Hi, Flat Earth British sub, Lee speaking. Hi, I'm back. Thanks for watching this little clip I'm doing. I'd like to show you what I've been looking at, share with you, and just wanted to say thanks a lot for, the comments you've been giving. Been very informative. You guys are actually really quite clever. You should do what I do. Just knock up a channel like this. It's really easy. If you've got a YouTube channel account, then all you really need is a tube catcher, which you can download for free. It's a free software, freeware. Yep. And then you just go to screen, record, and press start. And then when you're finished, press stop. And then you can set it to save it to your desktop. You can set it wherever you like. I do it to the desktop so it's easy. And then that's it. Just upload it, So, come on, guys. Flat Earth British. The more the merrier. Your opinions matter and make a big difference, I mean, I'm not God's gift, am I? I mean, I'm just a bod, I'm just a guy that knows some stuff, that's all. And what I'm doing is really simple, but people like it. And, I'd like to see you guys as well. So, anyway, so I'm just going to crack on now. There we go. Alright, so I think this was actually in Australia. Not quite sure, unfortunately. But it's late 1800s, so it's somewhere between 1860 to 90, something like that. It looks like a normal run-of-the-mill kind of place. And it's a bit run down, a bit shabby, I must say. And so I was just sort of looking over this, just thinking, okay, let's just see if there's anything I can find that's interesting, that might give us a clue to the past. And you would not believe what I found. I found this. Yes, this. What is that? So I'm going to zoom in a bit for you. What on earth is that? Look at it. Is that Godzilla? No, it's not Godzilla. Oh, let's go in closer. Okay, no. Well, I mean, look at that. What is that? What is that? Some kind of towerage, or a Tesla towerage? I mean, what is it? What is it? It just does not fit with everything else. Oh, I'll just go total max. See if it oh, it's going to take longer to get over now, isn't it? Oh, it was clear for a second then. What happened? How did that happen? Come on, people. Maybe I'm going too fast. Okay. What's he up to? Come on. Yeah, I can't get any closer than that. What do you reckon, guys? What is that doing there? That shouldn't be there. What is it? No idea. But it shouldn't be there. It doesn't look right. But it looks like high technology to me. Next. Now, I think this was in America. I'm sorry, I'm not very good at I could do better. But I like this particular photo. Again, I mean, all of these pictures, excuse me a second, basically just before 1900, give or take 10, 20 years. I like this because you've just got this, what looks like a run-of-the-mill street, but this is post mud flood. So obviously telltale signs is the ground level is halfway across windows and the rest of the building is below. So obviously you've got that there. And we can't really see, but you're probably going to have it here. And the second telltale sign is a staircase going up to the first floor. See? And they're all the same. So you don't just walk off the path into a property. No, you're going up. Why? Why would you do that? Well, you do that because, I don't know. I mean, they could have gone down. But then if the ground level was so high, I don't know, maybe it's just easier just to build going up. I'm not a structural engineer or anything, so I don't know. But that's always a good sign when you see this going up, that you've got some mud flood, post-mud flood buildings. Lovely buildings, though. Lovely. So, yeah. Okay, let's go to the next one. Oh, Camden Town, 1895. What was it about this that I thought was interesting? Oh, there it is. We've seen this before on Martin's videos. We've got wireless antenna there. Yeah, what on earth is that doing there in 1895? Look at it. Look. You know, what else could it be anyway? Well, there you are. Amazing. About these lamps, I don't know. I mean, I doubt they were run by electricity. According to what we've been taught. It doesn't look like. I don't think it's gas. If it was gas, I mean, you'd have to have gas lines. But they don't really look like they're up to doing something like that, do they? So I don't know. Is this left over from the time when they had wireless electricity? Oh, there's another one there. Look, I missed that. Didn't see that. Yeah, just there. Could just barely make it out. If I had better software, I could. Yeah. Oh well, never mind. So there you go. You got one there, and you got one there. There's probably some back here. They're probably everywhere, in fact. But anyway, so there you go. And the next one. Farley Post Office, 8th Avenue, 1913. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I just like this because again, it's a mud flood building. You know, the ground level has reached the first floor. See all along here. And so what they decided to do is, all right, okay, well, we've got to get in this building. What do? Create a staircase to go up. And the first floor becomes ground floor. But even so, we don't even know. I mean, that's just an assumption. Truth is, there could be another 2 floors going down. How do you know? Yeah. So 1915, yeah, mud flood, post-mud flood. I think this is really good, guys. This is amazing. This is Glasgow in Scotland. Yeah, Glasgow, 1888. Are you ready for this? You're not. Look at it. What in the world are we looking at? Glasgow? Really? Now, the official narrative is that, oh, well, they just built it in 1888 just for like a world exhibition. Yeah, of course they did. Well, you could argue that this is just a flagpole, but then I think if you put this in context of everything else and everything Martin's been saying about creating an electric field for whatever the uses were at the time, I mean, look. I mean, what in the world? It's just mass, electrical mass everywhere. Can you see that? Glasgow, Scotland. I mean, this bridge looks a little bit too low, doesn't it? It looks like it should be higher. Well, I reckon, the water level has risen up quite a lot. Oh. Um, I mean, just take it in. Just take that in. Take that in. I mean, it's like high technology. It's like really sophisticated. It's what you expect the world to start looking like if you came back in 500 years after being cryogenically frozen. That's what you'd expect, isn't it? But they got rid of that. Pretty sharpish. Wow. Glasgow. Wow. Next. Old Town, Edinburgh. From the Colton Hill, 1870s. So, just zoom in a little bit. Oh. There was something about this. I can't remember what it was exactly. Apart from the fact that it looks quite modern, it's only because it's in black and white that it doesn't seem. It seems old. I mean, that's what they do, like Paint Shop Pro, to like make pictures look like they're older. They give them a kind of an orangey black and white. What's the word? Plate. Cover. That's what they do. So what is it about this thing? What was it? Something about this. Well, guys, if you see anything in this apart from the obvious, oh no, that's it. I remembered. But of course, guys, if you see anything that I've missed, please comment. Yeah, I was looking at this large block of houses here, and I noticed that this block has a lot more floors than this block. And I thought, well, hold on a minute, this doesn't look right. Now, if you were today to build houses on a hill, the roofs, would be different levels, because if this, for example, if this building here has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 levels, then if this house is going to be the same, then the roof is going to be higher, obviously. And that's what they do. So when you go today, when people build houses on hills, like terraced, or even maybe not terraced, you'll notice that the roofs are higher. Yeah, like that. But as you can see here, it's pretty much straight line. And so you've only got like 6 levels here, and here you've got a lot more. Okay, so what happened is basically you've had a mud flood coming through this way, and then it's petering out as it's coming down. So mud flood evidence. Again, you've got ground level here, covering. This part's been dug out, you can see. So I just thought that part was interesting, so that's why I downloaded that. So it's Old Edinburgh. So if there's anything else, guys, please comment. Old Edinburgh, Princess Street, the got Monument and the Royal Institution, Edinburgh. I'm still in Scotland then. Yeah, so we've got stairs going up to what let's say is the ground floor. So, oh, what was that? What was the year? 1858. So 1858. Look at that. That's amazing, isn't it? So, yeah, a stairway going up to the first floor, which they call ground floor. So, we see post mud flood. Street lamps, again. Electricity or what? Yeah. You just know that when you're looking at this kind of architecture in buildings, that you're going to have these points, these things on top of roofs. You just know they're going to be there, you know. And I don't know who that is, but you know, what's all this doing in Scotland? In Princes Street in Edinburgh. What's it doing here? It just doesn't fit, you know. It's Scotland, but a history we wasn't taught at school, and we know nothing about it. This is Florida. Yeah, I thought these were rather interesting. So, what are we looking at? What is this? People, you know? Zoom in a little bit more. I mean, I'm assuming that that's a flag. I'm assuming a material flag. I'm assuming. I mean, how did they get up there? You know? I think it's just a college campus or something. Oh, I've missed something. Look, something over here. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Can anybody explain this? What is this? What is it? It just makes no sense. And that's the thing, isn't it? I understand why people get a little bit suspicious about, things of the past, maps and atlases and very old paintings. And you're thinking, well, hold on, this is like 1890s. So how comes you've got high definition photography here? I mean, you can really zoom in, you know? Now, in the 1970s, we used to have Polaroid cameras, and my gosh, they were crap. They were absolute crap. Is it lenses or shutter speeds, whatever it is? What's this? What is the point? You know, Polaroids, just worst. Just if you're young, just go to your grandma's house and say, "Can I look at your photo album?" Yeah, and you'll see these really grainy, blurred pictures, and it's only like 30 years ago, and this is like 1890s high definition camera. I mean, we're going back. We're going back. This is interesting. This is Scotland again. Forget the town. First of all, What is this? What is that? You know? Odd, very odd. A street lamp coming out there. A striking thing was this, the architecture, the brickwork that you've got here, solid, you know? No dead straight lines, perfect, perfect. And then, you've got these shabby looking buildings here to the left, you know? Actually, it looks like there's been a mud flood, and this is what's left of the mud flood. This is like this withstood the test of a mud flood, boiling mud or wet, cold mud, whatever type of mud it was at this particular time. But look, what a difference. Absolutely amazing. What was that saying? Yeah, so lodgings. Yeah, so I've actually been there. I put the comment on TripAdvisor, so I gave it 5 stars. It's a wonderful place. It's very gothic. You just go up these stairs, and yeah, windows probably need a little bit of attention. It just needs a little bit of paintwork. Place will be fine. So yeah, highly recommended. Do book a week there. Yep. So a bit odd, bit of a contrast. And what the hell's that? What is that? What's it doing there? There's probably more to see, but let's just zoom in a little bit then. It looks like a shop. It's like the imprint of a house that, like it was a terrace and one part's gone. That's what it looks like. I mean, this place looks like it's been through the wars, doesn't it? Anyway, very interesting. So that was the Cowgate Arch of George IV's Bridge. Edinburgh, 1860. Amazing. 1860. The National Gallery and Royal Institution, Royal Scottish Academy, Edinburgh, 1858. Oh, get a dead leg. What is this? I mean, what are we looking at? Where are we? Where are we? I mean, this is a dead straight horizontal shot. Yeah, so he's standing up and he's taking a picture dead ahead. It's a bit of a weird angle. I don't know what he was actually taking a picture of. It doesn't seem to be specific. This is just taking a picture of this dot. Perhaps it was that. But look, I mean, look at it. Look, got a sphinx up here. What's that? I doubt they've got a stove in there anywhere. So I don't know what that is. So I don't think it's a chimney. But look, this isn't Greece. It's not Rome. This is Edinburgh in Scotland. Again, we've got these fantastic buildings, and at the top, again, we've got these little things. Sometimes they look like plant pots. Sometimes, just decorative figurines or stuff like that. Always going around the top of these buildings every time. I do wonder if these are around at the same period of time. Were they constructed at the same time? And in these buildings here, at a later date? I don't know. I mean, it wouldn't be too much of a stretch to just say, well, look, this, and this. This was built at the same time. And then, I don't know, something happened. They all vanished. And then the next generation, next civilization came along, and this is the kind of buildings that they built. And then, somewhere around the 1500s, big mud flood, this lot got wiped out, and then you've just got all these hovel type buildings built around. You could say that, couldn't you? What's that? I just have to zoom in on this for a second. Is it going to clear? Looks, I don't know, spidery. Yeah, it's hard to tell, isn't it? Oh, well. And a Tron gate from Tron Steeple, Glasgow, 1868 to 71. Tron sounds futuristic. What was here? I wonder. Oh, I think it was just these things protruding out. I just thought that was a bit odd. What possible purpose would that have? I mean, why do people build things like this in the first place? It's a bit elaborate just for a clock, don't you think? I mean, why? You just know that, what we've not been told is, because no one actually tells you what it is. It's just all left to assumption, isn't it? They don't actually teach you at school. Say, oh yes, well this was built in this particular way because blah 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 blah. No, they just say, oh yes, this building it's the Greek blah de blah de blah type in vogue structure, nouveau, art deco, blah 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 blah. But it's no real definition as such. There's no real explanation into it. I think, well, why the lavish? Why the extravagance on this level, and then and then you got this at the lower level. Come on. You just know this wasn't originally a clock. You just know it, don't you? Your subconscious mind screaming at you right now. Dublin. Oh, where was it? Oh, right, so late 1800s. Oh, I've got such a dead leg. Yeah, I thought this was interesting. Late 1800s. So we've got some carriages here, horse drawn. No. Will that work? Oh, it didn't work. Yeah. And then we've got a tram. There's no horses. So what's powering it? Is it electricity? So where's the antenna going up to the line, the wire? Where is it? It's not there. It's moving. You can tell it's moving. You can tell there's no horses. So what's powering it, guys? How doth it receiveth its powereth? Yeah? It doesn't work. It doesn't fit. It doesn't work. Couple of antennas up there. They probably were once, but they've just made them into flags. Another one there. But yeah. And what's all this anyway? You've got all these pillars all the way along. Were they once something else? Are they? Did they once stand 12 feet high? But then mud floods come up, and then they've just cemented or paved around them. Why the chains? Why? I mean, even today we don't have it. Why is it this side, and why none of that side? Why? It doesn't make any sense. It's senseless. Yeah? It's senseless to us because the truth has been hidden from us. That's why. But nevertheless, here you have it. A tram on tracks. Assumingly it's being run by electricity. But there's no antenna. There's no wires. It's a mystery. Yeah. Let's go to the next. and the last. And I have to apologise, but I cannot remember what this city was called or either the year. It is quite amazing. I mean, if you can actually, if you can type that into with your keyboard into a search engine, just go in a little bit more. I'm just wondering if you could, as I'm just going to scroll along, can you count how many steeples, for want of a better phrase? I mean, that zigzag thing there, I'm not sure if you can count that as a steeple, but I don't know. If there's anything that looks dodgy, just count it, okay? Right. If there's any down here, just ignore them. It's just going to be in this part, right? Okay, right. I hope I'm not going too fast. You're not allowed to pause. You pause, you lose. You can use a calculator. You can do it in increments of 10 if you want. Like solar panels you can't count the solar panels in, okay? You can't count them. So it's just the steeples. Yeah, so I made 97, possibly a 98 of those steeples. Now, wouldn't you say that that was a little excessive amount of churchage within a town or city? Yeah, I mean, talk about overkill. I mean, how many churches does a person need? It's ridiculous. There's just no way that these were churches or religious buildings. They definitely weren't. They must be Russian, no? Just like that. Yeah, it looks like it's a red square now. I mean, you know, it's just too much. It's insane. It might not even have been a city at one point. You know, it could have just been one huge generator. You know, relay center. You know, maybe there was a few dwellings, you know, around and stuff like that. I mean, you know, it might need a lot of maintenance, I would have thought. You know, but this is insane, guys. This is not normal. And there's no way you're going to tell me that anybody, any civilization on Earth has been that religious, you know, to that degree. So, yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys, and I hope it was interesting for you. I probably missed a few things, so please comment and, you know, do what I'm doing as well. You know, I'd like to hear your slant on those pictures. You know, and it'd be nice to watch. You know, I'm always waiting for Martin's Flat Earth British episode to turn up every day. You know, and I've got so many sites that I've subbed to, and you know they don't do anything. You know, maybe one a week, maybe once a month. You know, and it's just like, ugh, all you've got is Martin. So, you know, please, guys, start something up. You know, send me a link, send me an invite for me to subscribe to your channel. And, yeah, just make it a bit more full on, a bit more interesting. Yeah, please. Okay, thanks. See you next time. So easy, so easy. Yeah, A tube catcher, pause. So, you know, if you need to do whatever, you could pause it. Stop. So I'm going to press stop.